Today I'm going to talk about the three levels, the three types of self-integration, and I'm going to explain what is the difficulty in it and how you are going to experience it. So in order to understand the integration, we have to understand the breaking points. So everyone has three different levels in themselves, and it's on an unconscious state. It's just where they are is going to be the difference, the awareness type they are using. So the very first level is the reptile level, followed by the mammalian level, and then on the top we have the primate level. And every single time when you were growing up, your decisions made up basically your core pattern, and you ended up in the head somewhere where you are using either the reptile part of the brain, the limbic part of the brain, or mammalian, or the prefrontal cortex, which is the primate level, at a certain degree. So this is where the breaking points are, and this is where we can see the differences in between people. And the more healed someone is, the more, I would say, balanced these three parts are. But this is where the illusion is in it, because many people believe when they grow up, okay, I am perfect now. But the reality is that the healthiness truly relies in the ability to change, that you don't remain a fixed structure. You somehow realize either mentally that something has to be done, or maybe you feel it. So it's an internal push to change something, to move away from where you are now. Because as I mentioned, there are three types of awareness systems, and all of us are in this on an unconscious state, meaning that only one route is done by you, only one version is known by you, and the way to change is actually going back to all of these breaking points that you left behind. So how does it look like? The very first one is going to be basically shadow work, that the head wants agreement. And this is what you can see in society, that like-minded people like-minded people, and people like when people agree with them, there is a similar belief. And this is what we can see in soulmates as well, that they are so similar that they feel that they met someone who is truly special for them, someone who deeply understands them. Of course, they deeply understand them because their patterns are so similar. And this is what we can see in the head, that this is what is reinforced, that we want to remain the same. We seek validation. We seek similar people to agree with us. And this is when we feel good. So basically, to overcome this, we can start learning about mindset. We can learn about other people. And also, anytime when you feel that somebody disagrees with you and somebody triggers you, instead of trying to push them away, you start thinking why you don't understand the other person and how you could understand the other person. And also, as I said, it's a shadow work kind of thing. So you try to use this knowledge to find those hidden parts that you haven't seen before. So shadow work can be triggered by anyone, and it's on the head level. This is your step one. But apart from that, of course, there are many frameworks that you can use, personality typing systems that are able to help you find you basically in this big map and help you understand all of these other people who are on the map as well. But as soon as we move down, these are the twin flame connections. When you move into the mammalian system, when you move into the limbic part of the brain, and in order to do that, you have to be able to change. So this is the time when there is a significant change in you already, and you basically split. You become your own opposite. and it means your own opposite energetically. And you are going to experience this in a way that you meet a twin flame who is going to be your opposite, but in the energetic level. So basically, if you are the anxious preoccupied, or we can call it a chaser, your twin flame is going to be the runner or the avoidant. But in order to do that, you already changed from this. So the twin flame you are going to meet is going to be the person you used to be. And this is how your previous internal self is going to be your external self. So now there is an opportunity to integrate these two, because you are able to observe both versions of you in real time at the same time. And there will be an element in it because you are attached in the body. This is where opposites attract. The head doesn't like when there is anything that you don't know or anything that is opposite. It wants similarities. But the other thing that you are going to experience is that things that you disagree with, and generally they are social constructs, are going to be represented in this person. This can be, for example, age, or maybe the person is in a relationship, something that you deeply disagree with, and also society disagrees with. So basically, you are going to be in an internal battle constantly, the head and the heart, because this is how it's going to be represented in you when the head is disengaged. And this is what you're going to experience as well, that you are unable to use your head because the reason behind it, and you have these questions, why I cannot do what I was able to do before, is that now you use a different part of your nervous system, and that is going to connect naturally to a different part of the brain. So basically you become a completely different person, or quite a different person from you used to be, and you won't understand yourself. Why are you so different from the person you used to be? Although you have the memories, but you are unable to act, you are unable to behave exactly in the same way. So this is a very, very huge split here. And the other difficulty in it is that this attraction is going to be so intense that it's going to override your head, because now the unconscious level, this is the subconscious, the unconscious level, so basically your hormones, neurotransmitters, it wants to reinforce this because it has this deep need to integrate and move forward. And you will have this double energy here, so the reward is going to be extreme. It's going to be a lot higher than with anyone else, because this is your exact opposite. This is your exact match. This is exactly what you left behind. And this constant battle, head and heart, will actually make the heart win, because this is the level you are at. This is where you are the most active at. And this is going to really trigger the limbic part of the brain as well. And when you integrate these parts, you will basically integrate two parts in the brain as well. And that's when it comes with the Kundalini awakening, because these parts are no longer separate. There will be more energy working together. And then that is going to be the step when you are able to move even one level beneath that. And this is when we have to point out that this is true only for human, because I believe there are beings that are more advanced than us, but it will mean that it's going to be more levels, maybe 4 or 5 or 6, who knows. And the energy always doubles. So here, as I said, it's one. Here it's going to be 2 energies, and when we go one level beneath that, it's going to be again the double. It's going to be 4. And the experience is going to be, again, you will always need someone. That's a problem. You cannot do this on your own. So you will always need someone basically to wake you up, and also help you in the integration. And in reality, as I said, it unfortunately cannot be done on your own. And this is what I wish. I wish I could do it on your own, or on my own. But in reality, that other person who triggers you is basically you, that or representation of you, because you have to see the energies within the person, and that's something that you have left behind. And that's why it's so difficult to integrate, because it's something that you can't recognize anymore in you, because you left it behind such a long time ago. And this is what we are doing here, that we get back to basically your birth time, when you split from feminine to masculine, or maybe you remain feminine and you split from the masculine. And this is the level, the reptile level, where we have these 4 energies. And here we have this basically rejection or question or internal battle on 2 levels now. So it's no longer just the head. So the head is going to have many reasons why that person should not be in your life. And then the second part, and this is the difficult one, is actually the heart. Because that's just my opinion. If you want to be with someone, the heart is a very important part to it. If you don't have the heart engaged, why would you be with a completely different person? It makes no sense. And this is the internal battle that you are going to experience here, because now 2 levels are pushing against, but there will be 1 level that has to be so intense, that has the ability to overpower everything that's above, to basically keep you stuck in that relationship, so you would not be able to go away. But in reality, what you truly experience is what's already there. You are just not aware of it, that you are already bound with that other person. It's just in other lives, and you cannot get away. You always get back into the same loop. And this, I would say, madness becomes very visible in this life, but also the opportunity to overcome all of these blocks that are present on the top now have a chance to be erased. I hope this video was helpful for you, and see you in my next video.